those still there, especially those who are suffering. There's still much more ahead this morning. Here's Dylan Dreyer with a look at what's coming up on the third hour of today.
This morning on the third hour of today, the classrooms that are going to the dogs for good reason. Plus award-winning gear for the kitchen, and in our style file, Halloween clothes you can actually wear again. All this morning on the third hour of today.
I like that. The recycling, the repurposing, the reusing, because I have 2 entire bins in my basement of all of our past Halloween costumes that I'm hoping to recycle, wear again. No, they're just sitting there.
I have like 2 go-to costumes, and that's it. So I am a big believer in recycling come Halloween time. Thanks for watching early today. I'm Philip Meno.
I'm Francis Rivera. Have a great Wednesday. See you back here tomorrow morning.
Bowling Green, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Insurance companies have a favorite kind of accident victim. The ones that take the first offer and don't ask questions. So which kind are you? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Spread the word, not the germs. Reminder to wash your hands for at least the full 20 seconds with soap and warm water. Together, let's keep our family and friends safe.
At WNKY News 40, we're always on. WNKY.com has the latest in breaking news, local headlines, weather forecasts, and sports highlights. WNKY News 40, because local matters.
Good Wednesday morning, News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. I'm tracking a spectacular weather day across the area ahead of some big changes that roll in on Thursday. I'll tell you more about those changes in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, a new study shows that thousands of cases of pancreatic cancer could be caught earlier with the help of a new artificial intelligence technology. We'll see why doctors say this research could be a medical breakthrough. Then, in this week's Voices of Honor, we'll hear the story of how one local veteran helped serve our country while flying with the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II. Plus, the holidays are closer than you think, and inflation is still on the rise according to recent reports. We'll find out why economists say this could impact your Christmas plans. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here for News 40 Sunrise. Today is Wednesday, October 18th. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top stories. The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is helping the community come together to gather support for Chief Deputy Brad Harper, who was shot in the line of duty. This Sunday from noon until 3, Cotton Barbecue will be at the Simpson County Sheriff's Office offering lunch to the community. The proceeds from the sales will go directly to the Deputy Harper's family to help pay for medical bills and any other necessities that he may have. Sheriff Hobson explains just how important this is to Chief Deputy Harper's family.
It means a lot to Brad and his family. He's going to have a lengthy recovery, and anytime you have a lengthy recovery, you have unknown expenses that are going to incur, whether it be watching kids, trying to take care of your house, or things that you can't physically do anymore, and you're having to get help that way. Doctor's visits, just a ton of stuff comes up when you're out for a while.
The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is on East Kentucky Street in Franklin. Cotton Barbecue will be set up there from noon until 3 Sunday afternoon. And a milestone 40 years in the making helps a child who's been waiting for a life-saving procedure. The Norton Children's Heart Institute performed their 100th pediatric heart transplant on Monday. The 9-year-old patient has been on the waiting list for nearly a year and is currently in recovery. Norton is the only pediatric program in the state of Kentucky that is capable of doing heart transplants, and they are among the top 50 programs in the country. One doctor explains what it means to provide a service that isn't available anywhere else in the Commonwealth.
It is very important to be able to provide that locally. We are the only program in the state that is capable of doing that. And we are doing that with outcomes that match those of the best programs in the United States.
The doctor says it's also an extra bonus to be able to give a transplant to patients like this 9-year-old who have been waiting for a long time due to the emotional connection the staff has with these kinds of patients. And we look to Warren County now, where a new foundation on the rise is providing limitless opportunities and is making a big impact on the students throughout the district. The Education Foundation is cultivating spaces for the students to build partnerships with business leaders and community leaders. This gives Warren County kids the opportunity to create a better future for not just themselves, but for the county as well.
And the thing is, we trust Warren County Schools that they're going to do a good job. And we contacted Warren County Schools because we knew that they would make sure those funds got to families and children that were in need, which I think is the most important part of our community.
The Warren County Public Schools Education Foundation has already begun investing in the students of Warren County, and News 40 will be keeping you up to date on the future of this foundation. And now let's look at your top stories. And now we're going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your forecast. Darius?
Thanks, Tommy. Temperatures running on the chilly side. We got numbers running generally into the 40s out there, but also some 30s showing up. 39 degrees currently in Glasgow this hour, 36 there into Butler County. So can't also rule out some areas of some frost out there, especially for Woodbury with that calm wind and a temperature of 36 degrees. So that's right at the threshold for frost to develop there. As far as those winds go, we are pretty generally calm as far as those winds are going this morning. Radar dry and quiet as we have high pressure that is in control for us today. It's going to work to serve up some sunny skies our way too. It took a while for those clouds to finally get out of here, but they're out of here. But I am going to be tracking some changes in our world of weather for your Thursday. So you want to get out and enjoy this spectacular weather day. Your commuter forecast on this Wednesday. The lunch run, sunny skies. It's abundantly sunny throughout the day with temperatures approaching the low 70s as we go throughout this afternoon. Weather on the boards is brought to you by Deborah Rose, attorneys at law. We're back with more News 40 Sunrise after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
Get a little spooky at the inaugural Pumpkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Come out and enjoy character meet and greets, bouncy houses, food trucks, and cheer runners on. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
If you're searching for a good night's sleep, Ford's has a solution. With a large selection of luxury bedding, including Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Ford's luxury bedding. And right now, buy select sets and get a free power base at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
More than 64,000 Americans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year, according to estimates from the American Cancer Society. And many times the disease isn't diagnosed until it's too late. But researchers are looking into how artificial intelligence could help with early detection. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has a look at the research and the hope it's bringing for the future.
It's expected to become the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S. by 2030. And many times, pancreatic cancer is a silent killer.
Patients typically present at a stage where the cancer has really won the battle, so to speak.
Dr. Jill Goenka with Mayo Clinic says nearly 70% of patients with pancreatic cancer face death within the first year of diagnosis. That's why early detection is critical. But he says many times small pancreatic cancers aren't detected on CT scans until it's advanced to an incurable stage.
That effectively makes imaging as the final frontier in our quest for early cancer detection.
Goenka and other researchers used imaging data sets from past CT scans of those diagnosed with pancreatic cancer to create an artificial intelligence model that they hope will help aid in early detection of small tumors that are currently difficult to detect.
We are very happy with what we have achieved so far, but we are also mindful of the fact that we still have a lot of work remaining to be done.
The models are being tested, and Goenka says eventually they'd like to get to a point where they can present their technology for review by the FDA.
We are prepared to fight a long battle to be able to overcome early detection of pancreas cancer.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
Does your child want a hoverboard or electric scooter for their birthday or upcoming Christmas? You might want to consider this. Hospital emergency rooms continue to see big spikes in injuries related to these micro-mobility devices, according to a new federal report. Fractures, cuts, burns, and contusions from e-bikes, hoverboards, and e-scooters surged again last year, more than 20%. In fact, injuries from e-scooters, e-bikes, and hoverboards have risen about 23% each year since 2017. And more than a third of the injuries during the 6-year period involve kids 14 years and younger. There have been at least 233 deaths tied to the products in that time frame. And coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, we'll honor one local veteran and their service to our country in this week's Voices of Honor.
Plus, I'm tracking a spectacular weather day with abundantly sunny skies for your Wednesday ahead of big changes that roll in on Thursday. All in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast.
Wherever you are, we are with you.
J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Chapels, when a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see it over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
As Joe Biden destroys our economy, Andy Bashir defends him.
I don't want to be critical of what the president's doing because at least he's trying. We at least ought to give the president some kudos.
And a big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
He's trying to help us.
Biden's bankrolling Bashir's re-election, funneling $250,000 in donations. Bashir and Biden or Trump and Daniel Cameron. Trump's choice, our champion. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher. Wherever you are, we are with you.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise, and as always, thank you so much for joining us. The time is now 6:12 a.m. I'm Tommy Modesto. Last week, Earl Wassum told us about joining the Army Aviation Cadet Program in 1942 and becoming a B-24 pilot. On today's Voices of Honor, he recounts some of the missions he flew over Europe during World War II.
I flew 35 missions, and then in the midst of all that, we were taken off of combat and given another special assignment. And they put fuel tanks in our planes to haul gasoline over to General Patton and the ground forces. I flew 8 of those. I don't know of anyone who flew that many. I flew 8. We landed at liberated Luftwaffe bases. One of those nights was my birthday. I had my 21st birthday. I had flown several combat missions and several gas halls, and I didn't even have a driver's license back in the States. We flew to Magdeburg. That was our target, some kind of a castle on the Rhine. And on the way in, we had a flak burst and it knocked one of our engines out. We knew we couldn't keep up with the formation. You didn't, so we were going to be a sitting duck. So I made a quick decision to make a 180-degree turn. That was deep in German territory. And so my engineer, armed with a screwdriver, went back to the bomb bay. The bomb bay doors were open. Here the bombs were hanging there. We can't get rid of them. So with a screwdriver, he manipulated all the bomb releases and the bombs fell out. On the way back, we had almost a direct burst right beneath us. And flak bursts have a tendency of being in a cone shape, upward or downward explosion. Then he gets us on the catwalk, right in the center of that cone. Shell fragments were going all around him, rupturing all the gas tanks. Fortunately, he was not hit himself, but all around him the fuel tanks were full of holes and the gas was pouring down all over. He came up to the flight deck covered with gasoline, so I knew that for sure we're not going to get to England. I remembered our gas calls. I asked my navigator to give us a flight to St. Dizier. I called St. Dizier and I said, we're coming in. And they said, don't come in now because we've got P-47s taking off for a mission. And here we are coming in at 1,000 feet with no power and no gas or anything else. And I told them, I said, we're coming in. They scattered and we had the runway to ourselves. Steep descent. I sent everybody back in the back except my flight engineer up in the front with the co-pilot and then all in the back. And we put the wheels down and lo and behold, our left landing gear was all shot off. And fortunately, we got down. The guys in the back bailed out, jumped out the camera hatch, end over end, down the runway. We're going probably 60 or 70, 80 miles an hour still. And my bombardier was not a great enthusiast for flying anyway. And he looked down and he said, gas and fumes equal boom, and he opened the door and went out. The interesting thing, 7 of those guys went out. They didn't get ruffled up or bruised up or dinged up. And the co-pilot and I and the engineer were on the flight deck. You had to get out in a different way. So we had to go out the top and walk out the wing and jump off. When I did that, there came a jeep with a mean-looking first lieutenant chewing on a cigar around our sparks and gasoline. He said, I'll have you court-martialed. I said, just help yourself. I saved 10 men's lives and an airplane. So help yourself. That's the last I ever heard. So they put us on a truck and sent us back to Brussels and then on to England, back reassigned. I think that was probably the hairiest one I had.
It's about 16 minutes past the hour. A first full check of your forecast brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law. It's a chilly start to the morning. We got less clouds, though, to deal with today. In fact, I'm tracking abundant sunshine in store for us today. The clouds finally rolled out of here. Temperatures, though, of course, on the chilly side due to the lack of clouds out there. It's 39 degrees currently in Glasgow, 36 there in Woodbury. 45 currently in Russellville, and also with those dew points, especially for the Woodbury area, wouldn't surprise me for some areas of some patchy frost, especially in those valley and sheltered areas this morning, especially with those light and calm winds. We got some light and calm winds moving from variable directions today. This is all associated with the area of high pressure that is off towards the east. That's going to keep things dry for us today. In fact, it's going to be a spectacular weather day underway for your Wednesday. But I am going to be tracking some changes, and that's all associated with this wave of low pressure that's currently approaching the Minnesota area. This is bringing some showers. Behind this frontal boundary is going to be another cool down that works its way for the weekend. But ahead of it, we are going to be watching for rain and wind and even some rumbles of thunder as well. Best chances arrive Thursday, and then we'll hold on to some chances on Friday. And then notice it's going to be dry as we go throughout the weekend and into early next week. But it's going to be mild today, mild tomorrow, and then we are going to be tracking a cooler feel for the weekend. So here's what you can expect. Mild conditions today. Going to be watching clouds rolling in at least later this evening and through tonight. So get out and enjoy this nice weather. We got a nice, spectacular day ahead of those changes that roll in on your Thursday. Ahead of it, of course, windy conditions, and then we're going to be tracking some showers. And again, the rumbles of thunder is a possibility for the day on your Thursday. Possible rainfall as far as how much we can expect. The latest from the Weather Prediction Center, it's putting at least the best chances for more heavier totals. Really not expecting much out of this, but that will be east of I-65 is what this is hinting at for tomorrow and through Friday. Here's Futurecast as we go throughout the day today. I did mention abundant sunshine in store. Temperatures will be approaching the low 70s this afternoon. It's going to be a pretty nice day. Then we're going to be watching those clouds rolling in, especially later tonight. Temperatures on the milder side tonight due to the fact that we do have those clouds. But notice as early as Thursday morning, we're going to be tracking that first wave of rain that will move through, and then we could be tracking more repeat rounds of showers and perhaps thunderstorms that develop by your Thursday afternoon and through the evening. We'll hold on to those rain chances as well. Wouldn't surprise me with some of those thunderstorms to have some robust wind gusts with it as well. As we go for your Friday morning, we're going to be drying things out, and notice we have sunshine returning, but temperatures will be running cooler for us as well. Here's your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Again, we got those rain chances Thursday and Friday. It's going to be trending cooler, but it is going to be drier for the weekend. Overnight lows, at least for the next couple of nights, into the 50s, and then we'll see those drop into the 40s as we head for the weekend by Saturday night and into Sunday. We got sunshine in store for your sunny Sunday, and we're going to hold on to mostly sunny skies into next week, and temperatures recover into the 70s by Tuesday. We're back with more News 40 Sunrise after the break.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Daniel Cameron's staunch position allowing for no exceptions in the case of rape or incest. It is an insult to the injury that these survivors have already made it through.
I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. And there are other little girls out there that need that choice.
And now, Attorney General Cameron is demanding access to the medical records of Kentucky women who go out of state for reproductive health care without their permission. That's extreme, and it's dangerous.
The IRS will test a free electronic tax filing software next year. Arizona, California, Massachusetts, and New York are the first states where the pilot will be tested. Americans typically spend around $11 billion each year on tax preparation services. Around 3,700 casino workers in Detroit walked off the job Tuesday after the casinos and unions failed to reach a deal for better wages. All three of the affected casinos, the MGM Grand, Motor City Casino Hotel, and Hollywood Casino at Greektown, say they'll stay open despite the strike. The move comes more than a month after auto workers in Michigan and some other states began targeted strikes against the big three U.S. automakers. And soon, some lucky bidders may be able to follow the Yellow Brick Road to an auction of rare items from the Wizard of Oz film. The family of actor Ray Bolger, who played the Scarecrow, is selling the sheet music to the songs Over the Rainbow and If I Only Had a Brain. Those items, along with letters and cards from former First Lady Jackie Kennedy Onassis, Britain's Queen Mother, and Harry Houdini, are all part of the auction from Lionheart Autographs, which will run until November 1st. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
Inflation woes are forcing Americans to rethink their holiday travel plans, and many travelers are now considering taking a car instead of a plane to their destination. Despite costs, more people expect to travel this year than in 2022. And in fact, according to one analyst, this will be the busiest holiday travel season in at least 4 years. Mike Valerio talks to that analyst about the latest industry trends to help you plan your holiday trip.
The holiday season is quickly approaching, and inflation is impacting travel options for many Americans. A new survey from Bankrate found most travelers are looking for ways to take a trip without breaking the bank.
77% of holiday travelers are making adjustments, but they don't want to skip the trip entirely. They're willing to drive instead of fly. They're willing to stay in cheaper accommodations or pick cheaper activities.
Bankrate senior industry analyst Ted Rossman says you may find deals if you have flexible travel days.
Could you go earlier? Could you stay later? If you're willing to fly the morning of Thanksgiving, that actually might be a big cost savings opportunity. And hopefully you still get there in time for the family dinner.
And make your money work for you.
Take stock of your rewards points and miles, whether it's cashback credit card rewards or airline miles or hotel points. You may be sitting on more value than you realize.
Another concern for travelers, flight delays and cancellations, especially after a rough holiday travel season last year. But you can book with a credit card that has strong travel insurance protections.
A lot of cards will include these at no added cost, and they help with everything from damaged rental cars to canceled or delayed flights, lost or delayed luggage.
Just a few steps you can take to make sure your holidays are as happy and stress-free as possible.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mike Valerio.
Today's forecast features Snuggles and Poppy, and they both say it's bone chilly out there. Temperatures are into the 40s. We got mostly sunny skies, so that's going to be in store for us today. So I am expecting a spectacular weather day on the way. But yeah, it's a chilly morning out there with numbers generally into the 40s out there, and even some upper 30s. It's 38 degrees in Glasgow, 36 in Woodbury. And those winds generally light and calm to start off this morning. Radar for the most part, we are dry and quiet across the area. And that's going to be the case. And that's all going to be associated with an area of high pressure. Here's radar, and for the most part, we're dry. That's all associated with that area of high pressure towards the east, but towards the west, towards Minnesota, wave of low pressure, that is going to be bringing us changes our way as we roll into your Thursday. Here's your 12-hour plan. Our temperature is right around 70 degrees this afternoon. Don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues.
I would describe myself as a fighter. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 30 years, my fights have been against giants. I fight the powerful for the powerless, and our results speak for themselves. We have recovered billions and billions and billions of dollars for our clients. $1.2 billion in one case alone. I risk my own money in case cause fighting these wrongdoers. If you want a fighter, you can count on me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
I'm a native Kentuckian. What I love about Kentucky is its people, its hardworking people. To hear Daniel Cameron say that he's going to take away health care from 95,000 Kentuckians, these are people with jobs, working parents. How does taking health care away make our state better? Cameron is just recycling old Matt Bevin policies. I don't think he understands me, don't think he understands my family. A governor should look after people, not go after their health care. Daniel Cameron is just wrong for Kentucky.
Grab the jacket as you're heading off to work or school this morning. It's a chilly, frigid start to the day, but I am going to be tracking a warm feel, a milder feel by this afternoon with abundant sunshine. That all just ahead of some big changes that roll in on Thursday. I'll tell you more about those changes in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. But now it's time to take another look at top stories.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's continue with our top stories. The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is helping the community come together to gather support for their Chief Deputy Brad Harper, who was shot in the line of duty. This Sunday from noon until 3, Cotton Barbecue will be at the Simpson County Sheriff's Office offering lunch to the community. The proceeds from the sales will go directly to Deputy Harper's family to help pay for medical bills and any other necessities that he may have. Sheriff Hobson explains just how important this is for Chief Deputy Harper's family.
It means a lot to Brad and his family. He's going to have a lengthy recovery, and anytime you have a lengthy recovery, you have unknown expenses that are going to incur, whether it be watching kids, trying to take care of your house. There are things that you can't physically do anymore, and you're having to get help that way. Doctor's visits, just a ton of stuff comes up when you're out for a while.
The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is on East Kentucky Street in Franklin. Cotton Barbecue will be set up there from noon until 3 on Sunday afternoon. And a milestone 40 years in the making helps a child who's been waiting for a life-saving procedure. The Norton Children's Heart Institute performed their 100th pediatric heart transplant on Monday. The 9-year-old patient has been on the waiting list for close to a year and is currently in recovery. Norton is the only pediatric program in the state of Kentucky that is capable of doing heart transplants, and they are among the top 50 programs in the country. One doctor explains what it means to provide a service that isn't available anywhere else in the Commonwealth.
It is very important to be able to provide that locally. We are the only program in the state that is capable of doing that. And we are doing that with outcomes that match those of the best programs in the United States.
The doctor says it's also an extra bonus to be able to give a transplant to patients like this 9-year-old who has been waiting for such a long time due to the emotional connection the staff has with these kinds of patients. And we look to Warren County now, where a new foundation is on the rise and is providing limitless opportunities and is making a big impact on the students throughout the district. The Education Foundation is cultivating spaces for the students to build partnerships with business leaders and community leaders. This gives Warren County kids the opportunity to create a better future, not just for themselves, but for the community as well.
And the thing is, we trust Warren County Schools that they're going to do a good job. And we contacted Warren County Schools because we knew that they would make sure those funds got to families and children that were in need, which I think is the most important part of our community.
The Warren County Public Schools Education Foundation has already begun investing in the students of Warren County, and News 40 will be keeping you up to date on the future of this foundation. And now, as a look at your top stories, it's now time to take a look at your pet of the day.
Time now for your pet of the day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm Noah Fairburn, and I'm here with Violet, this beautiful guinea pig. We're unsure of her age at the moment, but we do know that she is very shy, but loves to be just kind of calm and hanging around and all that. So if you want to adopt Violet, come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and give her a forever home.
Oh, look at Violet, just so cute and adorable.
Very full of energy, you can tell, and full of energy and kind of lazy. You can tell, just kind of sitting in Noah's lap, but also kind of wanting to scurrying around. You can see there too. But Violet is absolutely adorable, so cute. I love her. All right, well, if you're looking to adopt Violet today, be sure to do so at the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
And coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
This is the capital of Chile.
Santiago. Person, place, or thing.
1 second left.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
You are a government agent.
Area 51.
Seen any UFOs yet?
What the?
Quantum Leap. Tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Caterers made off with millions.
To catch them, we need to blend in.
You're talking about going undercover?
Yeah, there's us. And the best cook we know. Order up.
Seriously.
Magnum PI. Tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
It's time, y'all. It's a new season from my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
I'm a nurse and a single mom of 5 kids. Budgets get tight, especially with costs right now. But Andy Bashir crossed party lines to cut the income tax, putting more money in the pockets of families like mine. It'll make life easier for me and for so many other Kentuckians. Governor Bashir really cares about people, and it shows. He puts the needs of working families first, and it's making a real difference in people's lives.
6:34, we're on the force to get you out the door. Brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. We take a look at the WKU farm camera, courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet. A little bit of a spooky look out there. It's in black and white, but you may notice that there's some areas of fog out there this morning as well. So we also have the chill, the areas of fog, also the potential for some frost in some areas as well. 36 degrees in Woodbury. It's 40 degrees at the Bowling Green Regional Airport, 45 currently in Allen County, 38 in Glasgow. And those winds generally light and calm to start off the morning. And as we go throughout the day, really should expect some light breezes throughout the day. Radar pretty dry and quiet. And that's going to be the case. That's all associated with an area of high pressure that is off towards the south and east. Today is the day to get out and enjoy because it is going to be a spectacular weather day with abundantly sunny skies. This is all going to be ahead of some changes, though, that roll in for Thursday. We're planning out your day the News 40 way with your 12-hour planner. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s by 9 a.m. We're approaching the 60s by mid to late morning and then eventually working our way into the 70s by this afternoon. It's going to be a frigid start to the day, but a pleasantly warm afternoon on tap for your Wednesday. A wonderful Wednesday, I should say, before those changes roll in on Thursday. And I'll tell you more about those changes in my full forecast. But for now, I'll send it over to Mr. Tommy Modesto.
Thank you, Darius. It is now time for your Wednesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And with me in studio today is Jessica Warren and Amy Combs here to share what we'll be able to hear for Lost River Sessions. Good morning, ladies. How you guys doing?
Good morning, Tommy.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, Lost River Sessions is fantastic. Fantastic music. You guys always do a fantastic job finding the most talented individuals. So who do we have coming on this time?
We have the Banditos and opener with the Bowling Green Rock Band Academy.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Tell me a little bit about the Banditos. I've never heard of the Banditos.
Well, you know, now you have.
Now I have. That is right.
The Banditos are they're based out of Nashville.
Okay.
And they're an Americana band, kind of a you know, the lead singer. She reminds me of kind of a Mama Cass kind of feel. You know, they're just a really groovy kind of band.
Yeah.
And they're going to be really exciting.
It sounds like it. And you know, Jessica, the opener is going to be the Bowling Green Rock Academy. How important is it for an opportunity like these guys to let them, you know, open up for such a fantastic group?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I know they've been practicing a lot to get ready for the show tomorrow night, and we're just really excited to have them as our opener.
You know, you guys, like I said before, just fantastic music. How do you guys come up with all these fantastic bands? Like, tell me a little bit about the process that you guys find these people.
Sure. Well, it's not easy, and you know, a lot of people want to be on Lost River Sessions, and so it's a process. There are committees that choose the bands, and then we kind of have a vetting process of you know, and then there's the scheduling process. So,
of course.
You know, we don't have an unlimited scheduling issue. So it's a kind of a game that we all play. But and then there's budget.
Oh, so, yeah. I mean, isn't there always for everything?
There's
a budget for everything.
Yeah, but and then we have lovely sponsors that help us with these kinds of things. So if anybody ever wants to help sponsor,
There you go.
That would be amazing as well.
All right, before we head out, it's happening at the Capitol. Give me a couple of details about when, where, time, and place.
Yeah, so it's tomorrow night, Thursday, at the Capitol. You can get tickets at lostriversessions.org or capitalbg.org, and they're $15, but students with a student ID, high school, college students get in free. Doors open at 6, show starts at 7, and then Banditos, so Bowling Green Rock Band will go on at 7, and Banditos will go on at about 8. And we also are excited to have Traveler Cellar Winery as well as White Squirrel Brewery that'll be there selling adult beverages.
All right, fantastic. It sounds like a great time and some fantastic tunes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Come check us out.
Absolutely. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And that was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we come back, Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
My brother Tim was paralyzed at Disney World. We got to see what happens when you're poor and you got a big injury, and we ended up hiring the wrong lawyer. When I see these clients in my lobby, I see my brother Tim, and I don't want him or them to ever have that kind of representation. I want them to have their best chance of winning and the best chance to put their life back together the best way they can.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Xumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps all in one place. Find what you want, faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Xumo or a Spectrum store today.
You want to experience the deep passes? The hard hits? The touchdowns? Ouch is the place to see it all.
Hilltopper football hosts the Liberty Flames on Tuesday, October 24th, and it's a blackout. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Hey, I'm John Dennis.
And I'm Julie Milam.
And I'm taking over Marquee Backstage this week.
We hope you'll meet us there.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. It's a frigid start to your Wednesday. We have less clouds out there, though. Thankfully, clouds finally rolled out, but with the lack of clouds, it's really allowed those temperatures to really drop this morning. 36 degrees currently there into Butler County. It's 44 in Allen County, 38 degrees there into Glasgow. Dew points also into the 30s. Wouldn't surprise me for some areas of frost, especially in those sheltered and valley areas this morning with those dew points that low, and also air temperatures that low as well. Winds generally light and calm and flowing from variable directions. Radar dry and quiet today as we do have high pressure that is working to serve up some sunshine, but we are going to be watching this system off towards the west. Currently, this wave of low pressure towards Minnesota, that is going to be bringing some windy weather and also some rain chances our way for Thursday and leaving behind some cooler air that will drop in as well. So today is the day to get out and about and just enjoy this spectacular weather. Temperatures are going to be approaching 70 degrees this afternoon, but we are going to be watching those rain chances, especially by Thursday. And we'll hold on to some rain chances through Friday as well, with temperatures trending a bit cooler. But we'll see those numbers approach 70 degrees once again next week. It's going to be a mild fill today. pretty sunny as well. So we got sunshine also in the mix, but what I am going to be tracking is clouds that will roll in later this evening and through tonight. This will be ahead of the rain that works its way in. This frontal boundary will be bringing some windy conditions ahead of it as well. So wind, rain, and even perhaps some rumbles of thunder is a possibility as we go through parts of the day on your Thursday. As far as how much rainfall we can expect, not a lot, really, but for areas east of I-65, you've got a better chance of running into some higher rain totals. Really not expecting much rain, though, latest thinking from the Weather Prediction Center. Futurecast as we go throughout the day today. We're approaching the low 70s this afternoon. Again, it is looking pretty nice out there to get out and enjoy this nice weather while you can. As we work our way late tonight and early into Wednesday, you're going to notice clouds increasing, and then we're going to be watching for that first round of showers as early as Thursday morning. That will press through south central Kentucky skies, and then another wave of rain develops. This is all going to be pinwheeling around that wave of low pressure. We're going to be watching for some heavier pockets of downpours out there, maybe some robust gusts with some of those showers as well, and even a few rumbles of thunder as we go through the day for your Thursday. And then things look to dry out as early as Friday morning with sunshine returning, but also temperatures running a little cooler as well. Here's that 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Again, our rain chances Thursday and Friday, drying things out on Saturday. Temperatures are going to be into the 60s this weekend, but it is going to be nice and sunny by the afternoon. A little chilly, though, for those morning time lows into the 40s. We're going to be in the 50s for the next couple of nights, but eventually some 40s return back for those overnight lows by late Saturday night and early into Sunday. And then into next week, it looks dry for the most part, and then we'll watch those numbers go back up towards about 70 degrees, high of 72 degrees on Tuesday. Be sure to follow News 40 weather online and on the air. Even when the skies are fair, you can scan that QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen. And let's wish our friends a very happy birthday. Forgot to wish Angel a happy birthday.
Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh flavors. Fresh desserts. Fresh fun. Brewster's. Fresh from farm to cone.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe. No exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met. No excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Get a little spooky at the inaugural Pumpkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Come out and enjoy character meet and greets, bouncy houses, food trucks, and cheer runners on. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive energy-smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
I'm a nurse and a single mom of 5 kids. Budgets get tight, especially with costs right now. But Andy Bashir crossed party lines to cut the income tax, putting more money in the pockets of families like mine. It'll make life easier for me and for so many other Kentuckians. Governor Bashir really cares about people, and it shows. He puts the needs of working families first, and it's making a real difference in people's lives.
Welcome into sports. High school athletics were in full swing last night to South Warren High School first as the Spartans hosted Davies County in the first round of the 2023 state soccer tournament. With just 2 minutes remaining in the first half, Leo Kogetsu found the back of the net for the Spartans, but Davies County responds, tying it up at 1. The Panthers then stun the Spartans in PKs, ending the Spartans season. Final score 2-1. Well, let's kick it out to some volleyball action, starting with the 14th District. Greenwood faced off against Warren Central in the first match of the district tournament. And it was all Gators as they swept the Dragons in 3 straight sets, securing a spot in tonight's championship game. And in the second match of the night, the Bowling Green Lady Purples took on the South Warren Lady Spartans. The Purples took both in-season matches, but South Warren came into last night hoping to change that, winning the first set, but the Lady Purples turned it on in the set number 2 and did not look back, winning 3-1. They'll face the Lady Gators tonight for the district championship. Well, now out to Franklin Simpson High School for the 13th district championship match between the Lady Wildcats and the Logan County Lady Cougars. During the regular season, the Lady Cougars took both the home and away matchups in straight sets. That was also the case last night as Logan County wins district 3-0. Both teams will be back in action for the 4th region tournament. And finally, the 15th district championship was in action last night at Allen County Scottsville. The Lady Patriots of ACS hosted Warren East for the district title. The Lady Raiders took claim to the 15th district crown, beating ACS in 3 straight sets. A big district title win for the Lady Raiders. Well, that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. A group of local cannabis advocates made their way to Western Kentucky University to share their thoughts on its future. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on the story.
At Western Kentucky University, a panel is hosted to discuss the future of medical cannabis in the Commonwealth.
There's a lot of misinformation floating around out there, and we wanted to host a forum. We're going all around the state hosting forums just so that people have the opportunity to ask the questions that they need to ask.
The panel featured many different perspectives, from former representatives to Kentucky normal officials, who all shared their thoughts, including one local dispensary owner.
We're real excited to be a part of the community. Since we've opened up, we've just been welcomed by the downtown community, and we love just being a part of it. And it's good to just, be at places like this because it's so important to talk about the issues. But there was several folks that had questions. We had a place that we could actually point them to where they could come in and find some answers.
Wilcox is a Butler County native who also happens to be on Governor Beshear's cannabis committee. She says she's excited to come back home and make people aware of the positive effects of cannabis.
I am actually a senior here at Western. I'm in my last semester, so it's very nice to be able to come here and talk to my fellow Hilltoppers and community members alike. This issue is one that's all over the state, and so it's really good to be able to talk and bring this to all communities, and this is a good central area to do that.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at how you can stay safe on the roads as deer begin to migrate to new places. Plus, meteorologist Darius Mack is back with another Check Your Forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JV.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking
Looking for home decor ideas? You want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Name a food you might make your edible underwear out of.
Salmon. Watch it weeknights. Share it the next day.
Wild caught Norwegian teriyaki.
Sharing the fun.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
As we dive deeper into the fall season, we all know what's out there crossing the road. News 40's Michael Ridgway has the scoop on those little guys who really don't mean to cause any trouble.
This is the time of year that deer are really beginning to move, and they will be crossing roads pretty much everywhere in Kentucky. There's no safe place from deer in Kentucky. Doesn't matter if you're in town or...
October, November, and December chart the most collisions with deer, so the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet put out an antler alert, urging motorists to exercise caution, especially in wooded areas.
In Kentucky last year alone, we had more than 3,000 crashes reported, and many of these crashes go unreported, so the number of actual crashes involving deer is likely a lot higher.
Running into a deer can cost you a pretty penny, and it makes for a bad day in many cases. But the best advice in a split second?
Most fatalities come really not from hitting the deer, but trying to avoid hitting the deer. So oftentimes it's almost best, as much as we hate to say it, to hit the deer and keep yourself and the folks in your car safe.
Why are they on the move so much, you might ask? Well, it's mating season.
Oftentimes bucks are chasing does, and they're a little less concerned about personal safety as they go through that process. So that means we need to be a little more careful for them, I guess.
Along with trying to find a partner, habitats are changing. The leaves are falling and crops are being harvested, so they're moving elsewhere for food and shelter.
So you put all those factors together and it really makes deer, or it gets deer moving much more than they have been.
As we move through the end of the year, everyone's message is to just be on alert.
Just use basic common sense this time of year and be careful.
Speed limits, put down the phone, things we should be doing anyway, but particularly between now and the end of December when the deer are really moving.
In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
All right, it's time for a quick check of your forecast. Looking outside, we have less clouds, thankfully, today, and we're also noticing some areas of fog out there, especially in those valley areas this morning. You're checking out conditions at the WKU farm, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet. Temperatures into the 40s and 30s out there. 38 in Glasgow. It's 36 in Woodbury. And those winds generally on the light and calm side this morning, so that's why you're seeing some areas of fog out there. Radar pretty dry and quiet. It's all associated with an area of high pressure that is just towards the south and east. Meanwhile, towards the west, we're watching this system that is going to be bringing us changes for Thursday. Here's your commuter forecast on this Wednesday. 66 degrees for lunch run, 70 degrees for the PM drive. Hey, we're wrapping up the show right after this.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials now. Like up to 60% off coats for all, up to 50% off boots and shoes, and 65% off Charter Club damask and more. Plus, download the app for more great deals at Macy's.
This is the capital of Chile.
Santiago.
Person, place, or thing.
1 second left.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
MeTV presents Svenguli's Halloween Bonanza.
Featuring me.
A full month of tricks and treats.
All October long.
The $250,000 Mega Draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Glasgow, thank you for watching WNKY, NBC 40.
All right, Darius, well, you kind of got caught on a hot mic earlier. We now got to wish our good friend and our director of this show, Angel, a very happy birthday.
Angel, happy birthday to you.
We know you heard it back there because Darius got caught on the hot mic.
Hey, that's
but happy
just what
birthday.
happens.
Angel is such a crucial part to this show. She is such a fantastic director and team leader. So, Angel, happy birthday.
I hope you have a great day. Get out and enjoy it. And you're welcome for the weather.
I know.
Nice
And please pick out a birthday gift so we can get you something. She has been telling us she doesn't want anything, which just is not acceptable. Not an acceptable answer. We're going to be getting her something. So, Angel, please, if you could tell us what you want, that'd be fantastic.
Yes.
That would be great. But all right, it is almost the holiday season, but it's the Halloween season.
Oh, yeah,
I was just mentioning,
and...
I was watching a old Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, like some of the old scary ones. So I guess this begs the question, what are your favorite Halloween movies?
My favorite Halloween movies, I would have to say, I would have to say Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, that is a good one. Do you like the scarier, more horror ones, or?
I do like scary movies. Thing is, I'm not easily scared.
We know what's not scary is the weather today.
Yes, the weather today is not so scary for today. In fact, it's going to be pretty nice and spectacular. Temperatures are going to be around 70 degrees this afternoon. We do have sunshine in store, so that's going to be pretty nice. But some changes roll in on Thursday, and some wind as well with rain.
All right, well, thank you, Darius. And thank you all for joining us this morning. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. But don't go anywhere. Your network news is coming up next.